The motion picture was presented to the public in 1895 by the Lumiere brothers. When they screened the film Arrival of a Train at La Ciotat, it is said that the viewers of the film were so terrified that they screamed, ducked, and ran away. The film was merely a 1-minute clip of a train pulling into the station. But the inner mechanisms of a mechanical sprocket pulling a strip of celluloid with a light and a shutter acting in synchronicity was a powerful illusion. Their instincts told them the train was about to hit them. Before the invention of the computer, there was the concept of an automaton, machines that could walk, fly, or calculate the position of the stars. Their inner workings were a complex series of gears like a clock. In 1770, a machine called the Mechanical Turk toured the world. The first automaton to play chess, and it could seemingly beat anyone it faced. Wolfgang von Kempelen designed the machine to open and to reveal a complex network of gears and a view through to the other side to show that there was no human secretly operating the Turk. But it was just an illusion. The gears did nothing. The robot was a puppet, and hidden inside were chess legends like Johann Algeir, Aaron Alexander, William Lewis, and Jacques Moret. In 2023, the world is the audience of a different illusion, but this time, it's the other way around. In the 1940s, computers began to replace people who sat at a desk solving repetitive math problems for low pay. In 1952, a computer named EDSAC could beat or draw any human at tic-tac-toe. In 1984, a computer program called Ractor published a novel. In 1997, Deep Blue could beat grandmasters in chess. In 2011, IBM's Watson could allegedly beat any human player at Jeopardy, although many people still believe it was a smoke and mirrors trick, much like the Mechanical Turk. These were all examples of specialized artificial intelligence because they could do one task that previously only a human could do. We can now run software more powerful than Deep Blue from our cell phones. The other meaning of AI is general AI, a computer that can do not one task, but any task a human can, and possibly do it better. In science fiction, general AIs can think, feel, and even love. Recently, machine learning has seemingly cracked the task of language itself. AI is conversational. Is speaking just another human task being automated, or is this the general AI from our books and movies? Computer programs could long ago spit out a human-like response to a prompt, but now they can incorporate information from previous responses. On one hand, it seems like an innocuous milestone. On the other hand, general AI is getting a little bit too close for comfort. OpenAI's ChatGPT, one of the first deep learning conversational AIs to be tested by the general public, seems hard-coded to avoid identifying itself as a person. But it doesn't have to be that way. It could be made to lie. Powerful language models have existed for some time now, and the main thing they were programmed to do after winning Jeopardy is lie. In 2016, the press told us that countries were employing bots to interfere in elections and sow discord throughout society. And many of us didn't believe it. We were under the impression that if a computer program was responding to us on Twitter or Facebook, it would be obvious. We had seen chatbots before. We had been frustrated by their useless customer service, mildly entertained by their limited cleverness, or almost fooled by an automated scam. But like the viewers of Arrival, perhaps we do not fully grasp the power of the illusion. The illusion is that the talking robot appears to be another mind. The internet was once a place where you could rest assured that messages were typed by a human. Those days are over. Computer pioneer Alan Turing said in 1950, quote, "I believe that in about 50 years' time, one will be able to speak of machines thinking without expecting to be contradicted." Turing, the genius who deciphered the Germans' communications in World War II, spent the last days of his life arguing that computers are capable of thinking, before he drank cyanide after falling victim to a homophobic legal system. Turing addressed many arguments against the claim that machines could think. One he referred to as the theological argument. That is, only God can create a soul and place it in a body. If God is all-powerful, Turing retorts, God can put a soul in anything. We would merely be creating mansions for the souls he creates. Still, Turing realized the word think is not such a straightforward term. René Descartes said, "I think, therefore I am." If a machine can think, does it exist? Does it therefore have its own subjective experience? Computers can fool us, but that is not why we assume a computer does not have a mind. It is because we built it. The mind is made by nature. Computers, on the other hand, are representations of numbers fashioned by our own hands. We know how they work. But if we don't know how the mind works, we could accidentally stumble upon a way to create one. In math, you can often solve the same problem using different methods. Is consciousness of biological or mathematical origin? Does a thinking system somehow spawn a ghost within the machine? Perhaps it is no coincidence that H.G. Wells' The Time Traveler came out in the same year as the motion picture. After all, what is a movie but a journey to the past? Before film, people could only recount tales of what had happened in the past. In the 20th century, they were able to see and hear it for themselves. Society was entranced by how quickly the pace of technology was moving forward. They envisioned a future where men and women could land on the moon, or travel through time, or journey to the center of the earth. Physics has managed to prove only one of those possibilities. Our parents worried about us spending too much time in video games or on the internet. I envision we will be concerned over our children's well-being when they enter virtual reality and experience a fake world full of artificial friends. An assault on the senses that will probably be too intense for our 20th century taste. Will AI replace us all? What will we do for money when everything is automated? Then again, perhaps it will make our lives easier and we can all work less and spend more time with friends and family. People thought the same when Eli Whitney invented the cotton gin. Surely it would decrease the demand for slave labor, since now one man could produce 10 times more than before. But the opposite happened. Cotton became even more profitable and demand for slaves increased. From 1790 to 1860, the slave population increased from 800,000 to 4 million. Will AI liberate us from tedious work? Or will we just be expected to produce 10 times more in the same amount of time? Perhaps artists are feeling the most pressure by big tech's ability to generate texts and images. They already were having a hard time. And now, a future where commercial art is made with AI assistance is right around the corner. We will be drowning in a world of text and images that are automatically generated by the billions. On the bright side, I think humans will adjust their style over time to distinguish themselves from AI. Readability and strict logical progression will become less important because that will be the wheelhouse of AI. Self-expression and originality will reign supreme. Then, like the 3D computer graphics of the 90s, we will look back and wonder how we ever thought that computer-generated text looked so real.